I'm here at the Blackmagic booth. We're going to talk 8K. Not what you think. It's not 8K cameras, and it's not 8K complete pipeline. It's an 8K option. We're going to talk about the Hyperdeck shuttles. We're going to talk about the new ATEM, which are 8K capable. And that's key. Let's go to it.
So what we've done is Blackmagic's known for being a company that makes a great product that's fully featured, usually at the most incredible price we could possibly do. How do you build a $1,000 camera? How do you build a $1,000 Hyperdeck? And this year we've done a little something different where we've gone and said, well, what if we decided we wanted to put all the features in and then we'll determine the price later? So it's a little bit of a different philosophy for Blackmagic Design to do. And one of the reasons we wanted to do that is because we know that 8K is coming down the pipe and people are looking at 8K. So when we looked at making the new ATEM Constellation 8K, it wasn't about making necessarily an 8K switcher. It was about we wanted to put a 40 input Ultra HD switcher. But as soon as you start doing that, you're on the verge of making an 8K capable switcher as well. So for all of these new 8K products, they are full HD, Ultra HD, and 8K capable switchers. And that was important to us because we know that we always are trying to bring customers up to use products with those $1,000 products and affordable products. But now we're also talking about taking them beyond that. How do I look towards the future? How do I add more capability? So the two products we're really looking at here is our ATEM Constellation 8K, which is a 40 input Ultra HD switcher, or a 10 input 8K switcher. And that's important because some people will want to say, I want to just use Ultra HD for now, but no, I have 8K later. We've also done things like add an up-down cross converter on every SDI input. Because if I'm doing an 8K switch today, I might be creating 8K graphics, but I have a lot of HD or Ultra HD cameras. We want to be able to upscale to those. So that's an exciting product for us to be having shipping here at the show at NAB for $10,000. And we've paired that with the new Hyperdeck Extreme 8K HDR. And these are new VTRs that take the best of our video assist, Hyperdeck, and camera technology and put them all into one unit. So we notice that it looks a lot like our video assist front, where we've got software controls on the front, some hardware controls, and then using new CFast cards, which are fast enough for us to be able to do 8K and an H.265 compression. These will also record to ProRes formats, and they also have a USB-C out if we wanted to record to other devices.
What ProRes formats will it record to?
So these are the standard ProRes formats you'll find in our cameras today. The different 4K, the HQs, and right now we're focused on doing things that are largely around the Ultra HD and HD formats. While it will do 8K ProRes as well, the CFast cards aren't fast enough, which is why we need to have that USB-C out to go to external drives. But the big thing we wanted to do here is we understand that people want to use multiples of these when they're doing digital signage or if I'm doing a ISO recording for a live event. So we've actually created a controller that is capable of controlling up to 8 of these devices.
And this looks very much like original VTR.
The whole idea here was anyone that looks at this understands immediately this is simple VTR controls, where I can do things like tape-to-tape functions, where I can go ahead and just set up in-out points and do that kind of editing type of functionality that I used to be able to do with tapes. In fact, because these are only RS422 controllers, I can actually go back and control digibeta cams and digibetas and beta cams to use these alongside the Hyperdeck. So our 8K philosophy is really about creating a very fully featured HD, Ultra HD product that is also 8K capable.
And these video screens are also touchscreen as well, so the same features here, but almost over here.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I want to go in and start pulling up different abilities to have, if I go into actually going in, is it first day where we go our. Yes, they're touchscreen. That is the short version of that.
So like the 4K, the video assist 4K and the video assist, it's touchscreen, and you can control and record, to attach, like do anything on there like you want to go through and make your. Okay.
We can load LUTs. We can do waveform and monitors. There's my actual waveform. If I want to go through and I want to have a partially there. So these can be used as an individual unit. They're a half rack. They can sit on a desktop if I'm just using it as a simple recorder or playback, or I can rack them all up and have them controlled by the actual controllers themselves.
Just like it's like an older engineer, which we have a problem with older engineers retiring class, they can come in and understand it. They may not like the touchscreen.
They may not like the touchscreen. They may want to be using simple controls. They may want it to feel and look like simple VTR controls that they've grown accustomed to. So everything we've done to design here is designed to kind of work both ways, whether I want to do touchscreen, or I want to use physical transport controls, or using the actual VTR functions.
And the whole idea is, 8K really isn't the idea. 8K's
we want to be 8K capable. Because again, if If I want to be able to have the functionality of using, I just want to do live production switching, well, I have a $1,000 switcher that can do that. But if I'm going to buy a $10,000 switcher or a $5,000 recorder, I want to make sure that I have as much life out of this product. So while I may only be needing to do HD or Ultra HD today, let me be ready for 8K and know that I'm going to get the most out of this product over the longest life cycle.
There's really only one or two. It's really only two 8K cameras.
Right. Today it's more about being able to, whether I want to record as 8K because I'm storing it for the future, or if I'm actually doing 8K playback for digital signage or things of that nature. But again, having more flexibility just adds to more use of the product.
Okay, how much?
This is $9,995, $10,000 for the ATEM Constellation 8K, $5,000, $4,995 for the Hyperdeck Extreme 8K HDR, and $1,295 for the Hyperdeck controller as well.
And when are they shipping?
So we are shipping these this week at NAB, and these are going to be June shipments for the Hyperdeck series.
Thank you.
You're welcome.